and they're racing from the 1750 meter marker. Not a bad beginning this one. Silver's Bullet's tucking in off the pace in the early stages with our COYS. Perpetual Flame is right there. Capiera is right, well positioned. Caliente's got the pink cap, that's near the rail. Hand on Heart. Dynaman is the grey with the red cap, about 4 lengths off the leader. Then comes our COYS, and Silver's Bullet, the favourite, is the trailer, racing about 7 lengths off the leader, and they're not going quick up front. Perpetual Flame just in front. Capoeira is on the outside, back in second position. Caliente is in third place. They are followed by Hand on Heart, who's racing about 4 lengths off the leader. Then Dino Man, that's 5 off the leader at this stage. Then our COYS, and Silver's Bullet continues to be in the back seat, about 6 or 7 off the leader. Perpetual Flame takes them towards the 700 meter region. Capiera's back in second. Caliente at the rail third. Then Hand on Heart. Dino Man, that's the grey. Our COYS and Silver's Bullet going to take off together, about 6 lengths off the lead. Homeward bound Perpetual Flame continues to lead it. Capiera the first one to challenge, then Caliente. Our COYS comes out for a run. Down the inside, Dynaman. Silver's Bullet's got about 3 or 4 to make up. Capiera still leads it, our COYS. And Silver's Bullet needs some running room, goes through towards the inside. Our COYS, Capiera's running around. Silver's Bullet is towards the inside as they come to the 200 meter marker. Capiera's the leader. Our COYS, Silver's Bullet's unlucky. Our COYS and Capiera, those are the two, and our COYS is going to win it. Our COYS has won it. Capiera second, Silver's Bullet third, and fourth, Dino Man. Number 3, our COYS is the winner. Capiera will run into second, gets beaten about a half length or so. And Silver's Bullet, well, he was travelling. He came between horses, and we'll just look at that head-on, and just didn't seem to get a clear passage as Capiera starts to drift in, although he's beaten almost by 2 lengths, number 1, Silver's Bullet. Then there's about 3 lengths back to Dino Man. And then came Hand on Heart, followed by Caliente. So we'll take a look at this. There's Silver's Bullet. It's behind Capiera, and it's the yellow cap, and then Capiera starts to run around. Silver's Bullet is carried in. Our COYS gets a clear passage, and now Silver's Bullet has to come around them, but by then the race is over, as our COYS and Capiera are the two fighting it out, and the victor is our COYS number 3, the Uncle Mo, and it pays up at 5.10. Until the 4th race, back to the studio.
Well, we've just heard hold on to the tickets, hold on to the tickets. They're having a look down the lane. But number 3, our COYS, come on your Spurs, La Doom. Things could have gone wrong entering the straight.
Yeah, you know, he lost his irons, but he had come past them. I thought he beat them fair and square, but you lost Warren about that. But great that he's come right at the right time, you know, the Champions League final, you know, come on, you Spurs, a game I'm hoping to go and watch. But well done to all the partners. You know, they're all, every one of them is a Spurs man, and they'll be chuffed. It's the right time. I hope Spurs get a win later today, so they can stay in the top 3 or 4.
Tell them to watch this replay, and if they're in trouble, they can pull it out the fire like Warren did.
Absolutely. Wonderful, but he'll tell you more about the irons.
Super.
Thank you.
Right, Warren Kennedy. Now, a few weeks back, we had a chat. One of the Garth Puller horses, straight after the line, something went amiss. And just take us through turning for home, what exactly happened.
Yeah, Charles, you know, last time a leather snapped at me. This time my foot just slipped out there, and I turned and I circled him like I did at Greyville last time. And when I asked him to run, the horse in front of me just shifted out to look for a clear run, and he just steadied for a second, and my balance got a bit lost, and I lost my foot. And trying to get it back in, my other foot came out. So both feet were out at one at a certain stage, another one at another stage. So he did very well to win. He was running on past them anyway, so it was a good win.
Now, week in and week out, you get guys who will always come and say, oh, this ride, that ride. Being out there is one of the most difficult rides out. Last weekend, we went back up to the Berg. We galloped some horses there. I used to ride a while back, but it takes a lot of doing. A horse has got a mind of its own, and when things go wrong, you just got to keep your composure. So 10 out of 10, all the riders out there.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sheldon. You know, these things do happen in racing. It's not all set in stone how the race is going to go. So you got to adapt to the situation that brings itself forward to you. And yeah, luckily I managed to get him back in and get him and keep him rolling. You know, because he really gave me a nice kick and he won with a bit of authority, I thought.
Now, obviously, that football, you're very nifty on the feet. That manages to get those feet back in the irons.
Yeah, that and a bit of gymnastics, Sheldon. I'm getting old now, so the knees aren't as good as they used to be. So I'm battling to get them high enough to get them back in the iron. But we managed to do it here. So all's well that ends well.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Well, we're going to get Paul Lafferty and Warren Kennedy to have a sprint up one of these days. We'll get the vet to check them out. They're both complaining about knees, backs, elbows and the rest. But our COYS, come on your spurs, in the back of the net at this stage.